There are expenses. You're going to have to pay for some things, for a website, for a landing page. You're going to have to hire a couple of people to help you in the areas you're just not good at. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 410, and we're going to talk today about the first 3 hires that I think you need to make in your business. And super interesting because today I was having a long conversation. I was being interviewed to be on somebody else's podcast, other people's platforms. OPP is my favorite. And we were talking about this very first hire, like we was like expanding on this whole conversation. It was so good. I was talking to Kristen Boss and was being interviewed for her podcast, and it made me just even like flesh out more of the notes here for you guys, because I think this is such a great conversation that I really want to help somebody grasp today. So if you're watching me on YouTube, first of all, I know my hair is big. Okay. So it's 3-day-old dirty hair. It's also a little fuzzy because I made a complete rookie move and didn't get enough gel on the front of my hair the other day. It's a whole thing when you have curly hair. However, we're just going with it. Okay. And if you're watching on YouTube, do me a hot solid. Make sure you subscribe below. Share this with somebody who's a brand new entrepreneur, because the sooner you or anybody else who's breaking into being a business owner, breaking into that space, can wrap their head around these first 3 hires, the faster and further you're going to go. It's just entrepreneur math. Okay. So listen, first thing I want you to consider, first person I want you to consider hiring if you are an entrepreneur is for somebody to help you around your house. Now, before you're like, fast forward to the sexy stuff, listen, it is like mind-boggling to me how many women come into my coaching space and they're like, Jen, I am so overwhelmed. I have 0 time to, dedicate to my business because I've got kids and the house and the husband and things and family and friends. And I'm like, okay, we all have the same amount of time, first of all. All right. Second of all, I feel super strongly that when it comes to all the things that we as women possibly have to take care of. So, the house, children, if you got children, spouse, if you're married, you got yourself that needs self-care. You need to put in, hours of the gym, taking care of yourself, cardiovascular health, all those things. And then in addition, like building a business, I just don't think that you can have success in all of those things at the same time. I just don't. And I think that if you're listening to people in the online space, especially those entrepreneurs on Instagram that are trying to feed you the laptop life on the beach with all this, residual passive income nonsense, and that you're able to do all the things at all the time, it's just, it's crap, friends. You can have it all. You just can't have it all at once. And so I think that in the big scheme of things, if you're building your business, one of the first hires you need to do is for somebody to help you take care of the house, because you can't outsource taking care of your husband if you're married. You can't outsource, or don't want to all the time, the outsourcing of the spending time with your family and your children. You can't outsource the business in the beginning. It has to be you wearing the majority of the hats, right? So, and you have to take care of yourself or there is no business. So the only thing that you're able to get help in is for somebody to help you around your home. So normally that means cleaning. Normally, I think that starts with cleaning. And can I just tell you what a huge amount of peace you will have once you allow somebody who loves to do that and who is gifted in that area to take over house cleaning for you. My mom, she was an OBGYN nurse for many, many, many years. And then when she retired, she started cleaning for people. And funny side note, she cleaned for many of my clients before like they ever hired me to like paint in their homes. Also, she cleaned in the home of like Easton's girlfriend of 3 years and knew Easton's girlfriend, Bella, well before Easton ever met Bella. Isn't that fun? And so there are some people like my mother, that is their gifting. That is what they are so good at, helping other people keep their lives straight, coming in and organizing and just taking a load off of other people. Thank you, Jesus, for people like my mom, for people like the woman that we've had who's cleaned our house for us for 17 years almost, you guys. 17 years. And what's interesting is that there are so many women who are stuck in this idea of, if I don't do it all, then I'm weak. It's money I shouldn't be spending. I'm being frivolous. I'm being ridiculous. I'm being a diva. There's women that think like, if I have somebody come in, that it's showing my weakness, that I can't do all the things. And I think that when you are an entrepreneur, you just have to look at things differently, because that is such a small way of thinking. You only have so many hours in a day. And you also only have so much brain capacity. Like you only can like carry the weight of so many things on your mind. So as a business owner, you're worried about, what it is that you're going to sell, what kind of coaching, what kind of product, what kind of consulting, whatever. You're also worried about the marketing of that. How do I learn social media? How do I do it? You're also worried about sending out the emails. You're also worried about actually doing the thing, right? So like you have so many things, as taxes, bookkeeping, all the things. When you're an entrepreneur, that the things that you're able to offload to other people to just lessen the mental weight is going to pay itself back time and time and time again. Time and time again. And speaking of entrepreneur math, I want to give you some like literal numbers here, okay? Because this is entrepreneur math. You've heard of girl math? Okay, well, like this is entrepreneur math. And can we like normalize entrepreneur math? Can we do that? Okay, let me give you a good example. Back in our old home, when we first hired somebody to help us clean 16, 17 years ago, I was pregnant with Ava at the time. She charged me $125 to be there and to clean our house top to bottom. It usually took her 6 hours. Okay. So here's what I figured out eventually. She could do in 6 hours what it would take me like 18 to do. But the truth is, I wouldn't have like 6 solid hours. So I'd be like 45 minutes here cleaning toilets. And then I'm dusting for, an hour 2 weeks later. And then, I'm trying to sweep the floors. And the truth is, I'm not good at it. Number one, I don't enjoy it. Number two. So then I would have on my pissy pants and I'd be like, why is our house so filthy? Doesn't anybody ever hit the toilet around here? It's when we had little boys. Why am I the only one cleaning? Even though my husband, obviously was cleaning as well. But it was interesting because I would be doing stuff that I wasn't good at, taking time that I didn't have, and then I would be bitter about it. And a lot of it just boiled down to pride of thinking that I needed to do all of the things, and that a good wife and a good mother is, takes care of all the things. Then I figured out entrepreneur math, which means that I figured out that when I would go out and I would paint in people's homes, I was charging $100 an hour for that type of work. So I could go out and work for 6 hours while somebody else cleaned my home. I would pay her $125 and I would go make $600. And that, my friends, is entrepreneur math. That's the type of math we need to be looking at. If you are able to wrap your head around the idea that you don't have to or need to do all of it, and that the sooner that you can start offloading things like someone to help you around the house, the quicker you'll be able to focus more mentally on your business. And I believe the faster you'll be able to grow it. 100%. So that's number one, get somebody to help you around your house. Number two, get a business coach. Oh my gosh. Listen, I've had a business coach for so long. I can't even remember the last time I didn't have a business coach. And you don't have to join a mastermind. You don't have to be paying thousands and thousands of dollars a year, but find somebody who you're in alignment with, whose values are halfway in alignment with yours. Okay. I'm not saying they have to all the way align. I have lots of people in my coaching groups that we don't align all the way, but make sure it's somebody who you're like, you know what? I love what they've built. And I want to build something like that. Because if you're going to this crazy person over here to learn how to build something that she hasn't, like, that just doesn't make any sense. Find somebody who's already built the thing that you're wanting for your own life, not in a way like you're not trying, you're not wanting theirs. You're wanting to build something, similar to it, right? Find somebody who can take you where you want to go and help you to avoid the mistakes that are inevitably going to cost you so much money and so much time. Okay. Find somebody that has like a proven strategy that you can follow. Find somebody who knows some things that you don't know, who's just a little bit further ahead of you, and invest wisely in them. That is money well spent. Also a tax write-off. I mean, the thing is, like, we start business and we start to grow our business, but we don't want to spend anything. And it's just such backwards thinking. If you think about you driving to a traditional like 9-to-5 job, let's say, okay, you have to have a vehicle to get to that job. That costs. You have to have gas to go in that car. That costs. You have to have insurance for that car. That costs. You a lot of times will have to pay for parking wherever you're going to. You've got to buy clothes for it. You have to do lunch out with coworkers. I mean, there's so many expenses that go with a normal job. And then we start a business or we try to grow our business and we're like, but I don't want to spend anything. I just don't think it's possible, friends. I don't think it's possible. You've been lied to. The people that have told you you can build a business in the online space with zero down have lied to you. There are expenses. You're going to have to pay for some things, for a website, for a landing page. You're going to have to hire a couple of people to help you in the areas you're just not good at, not because you're just not good, but because you have strengths in certain areas and nobody gets gifted in all of them. Like, why do we think that we're going to be good at the marketing and the advertising and the content and the coaching and the website building and all? Like, that's insane. Nobody gets all of it. Nobody gets all of it. You need a business coach. Okay. You need a business coach. And if you're like, Jen, you're my girl. There's two ways right now you can currently work with me. There is the 10K Coaching Catalyst. If you go to 10kcoachingcatalyst.com, this is for those of you who are just getting started in your coaching business. You need a lot of help in all of like the startup, the tech support, all of that. You need one-on-one coaching. Go to 10K, like the number 10K, coachingcatalyst.com. That's for those of you who are like, Jen, I am ready. Let's go. Okay. Others of you go to creatorsnextlevel.com. If you're more interested in like a group coaching, maybe you already have an established business idea, meaning you've gotten it off the ground and made some income. And so this is for those of you who are interested in my mastermind. The Creators Next Level is the name of my mastermind. It's for people that have already started, have already made some money, and you just need to really have somebody else help you look at your business and determine how you can scale and grow. Okay. So there's my shameless plug. All right. So you need to hire somebody to help you around the house. You need to hire a business coach, me or someone else. Okay. Just get it done. Quit thinking you're going to figure it out by yourself. I love you. You need help. Everybody needs help, including me at any level. Okay. Third thing you're going to need is a virtual assistant. All right. So listen, there's a huge difference between a business coach and a virtual assistant. A coach is going to be, somebody like me who can help you with strategy, give you a blueprint of what to do when. A virtual assistant is somebody who does and executes the things that you can't or don't know how to do, but you tell them how to do it. They still need direction. Okay. So they're not strategists. If you're not an expert at tech, let's say, then you need to hire somebody who is a VA that is. You can hire a VA to get done in a fraction of the time, just like hiring somebody if you're cleaning. The things that it would take you months to try to do that you've already been trying to do for months. You've been trying, some of you, to figure out how to take payments online so you're not asking people to pay on your personal Venmo for months. Stop. It's not professional. Get a VA. You need a sales page so people can sign up for your coaching. You need an email opt-in page where people can give you their email. You need a way to book clients. You need a lot of you. You want to know, how are they doing those fancy text messages where they, people text me about their coaching and their products and stuff. A VA does that. The best thing you can do is make a list of the tasks you still have not gotten done, the things that you absolutely hate doing, the things you've been trying so hard to figure out how to do on your own for months, and hire a VA for that. And by the way, I literally own a VA agency, so we can help you. I can't hire a housekeeper for you, but I can help you as a business coach, and I can direct you to our VA service. So it's bizassistagency.com. That's BIZ, bizassistagency.com. And you can fill out information there to get hooked up with the VA. By the way, all of our VAs are US based. The majority of them are stay-at-home moms or, married to military spouses. I am a huge believer in supporting women as virtual assistants here in the United States. So if that's important to you, I want you to go right now to bizassistagency.com. So listen, can you grow on your own without hiring, help around your house or a coach or a VA? You can, but you can only go so far. And I think that, I really think that as women, we need to stop thinking that we should be able to figure it all out on our own. And we should be able to grow all on our own without spending any money. And we should be able to know what we need. Like, we have so many expectations out of ourselves as business owners when we're walking into territory that we've never walked into before. You've never grown a business, the majority of you, right? Like, this is your first time. Why are you shaming yourself for just not knowing how to do some things? Why are you shaming yourself for not having enough hours in the day to take care of all the things in your house, in your business, with you personally, with your spouse, with your children? Like, Nobody can do all of that. Get some help, friends. And for those of you who are like, oh, that just means I can't handle it all, and you're thinking that there's shame attached to that, never. The women that come into my coaching group and they've already hired people to do these sorts of things for them, I already know that they're going to be so much easier to coach because they already know their own limitations. They already know their own skills. They already know their own capacity. They've already invested in additional help. They've already got the mindset of an entrepreneur who goes, you know what? I could do that, but that doesn't mean I should do that. Yes, I still could do XYZ, but that doesn't mean it's the best use of my time. That's how an entrepreneur thinks. An entrepreneur never says to themselves, you know what? I'm going to run myself ragged and do all the things because I don't need any help. I don't want any help. I can't afford any help. I don't want anybody to take my ideas and run. Like an entrepreneur never says those things. They never say those things. So was this helpful today, friends? If this was helpful, I'm so glad. Please forward this on to somebody else who you know is just in the beginning stages of business and really needs to hire and get some help. And if you're watching on YouTube, do me a hot solid. Let me know in the comments below. Do you already have help around your home? Do you already have a VA? Do you already have a coach? Where are you needing help at for next year? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. Bless you, friends. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. My mouth felt tired. It felt like it had too much turkey and gravy, and it just felt a little lethargic, if I'm being really honest. So I hope that was good. We'll see.